Hi everyone, this is Neverwinter Fool, or just Mike, and welcome to my Soulweaver Ultimate LoMM Guide. Now, right now I'm gonna go over the things you need, for example gear or companions, and then the powers you'll need to use, and I'll explain everything. And then I'm actually going to run LoMM, and you'll see it in action. So first off, let's go over the gear. I have pretty basic gear. The most important things you'll need is Tiamat set. So that's Tiamat Sash, Tiamat, the Mize, and the Orb. Those are super cheap at the auction house, just buy them from there. They give you flat out 5% outgoing healing, just incredible. You'll also need Staff of Flowers, that would be your activated ability. It's the most important one, it's the best one a healer can have. And also, I would recommend getting this Staff of Flowers set. It's pretty expensive. If you get it from Master Expeditions, that's great, but it's nice to have if you need more health or power in general. Now, I have Legion Guards and Seer of the Stars robes, Duelist Mask, and then Defender's Rembrace, Infernal Forge Cruises, or however you pronounce that, are actually really good. You can get just straight up power, and they're very cheap, just Seal of the Fallen. Alright, and then for the companions, you'll obviously need 3 bondings 15. Those are your most important things. I got a critical strike, 2 of them, just 12k critical strike, all on Powered Runestones, and then this Belt of the Companion. I'm hoping to get a purple version soon from WEs. It gives defense and critical. So basically, what healers have, they need their critical to be as close as to 50% more than their power, which sounds pretty insane, but you can do that. I have almost 200k crit, or 200k crit, and it would be really useful for you. That's for sure. Now, and then I have 2 things that give me 12k crit, and then something that helps me cap my defense. For the actual companions, you'll need a polar bear. As soon as possible, get that. It gives you an augment and outgoing healing. Right, 3% and defense 2, which is great. So get the polar bear and get this guy up to maximum level. Also, you'll need a rebel mercenary for outgoing healing, and then a Neverwinter guard for more outgoing healing. Also Quickling, but that one is pretty expensive, so I just hold up on that until then. I have crit severity here. Now, for the powers, this latest mod brought Soulweaver a lot of new tools, and it's amazing. First off, let's go at the at-wills. So first, you have your basic heal for at-will, 275 magnitude. That's all healers have. And then you have your shield. Now, your shield is amazing. If you don't need to attack stuff, definitely use it. Look at how much shielded that is, and you can just spam it on everyone when they need it. For your encounter powers. So in this run, we'll be using 4 of them. First of all, Warlock's Bargain. That restores your soul weave, which is this meter right here. Yeah, you get 1,000 soul weave. That's your maximum. So this restores, I think, about 200 of it, which is great. It has a 30-second cooldown, and you just restore straight up 200 soul weave. It really helps. Also, it increases outgoing healing. It has a downside, but I'll get to that later. Soulstorm. This is your best AoE heal. Look, so you cast it, and then immediately, and after 3 seconds and 6 seconds, you cast it, it heals by a lot, actually. Alright? That is very useful. So this will be your main thing for Bullworm, and it's just a great heal in general. It heals for 500 magnitude, and then a heal over time with that. So it heals for 500 magnitude 3 times in one cost. Alright, we got Revitalize. This sounds really OP, but so it has big AoE heal, right? The more allies you heal with this, the less healing it'll be. But in default, when you get only one ally, it's 850 magnitude. So usually, I would use this as a insta heal for someone who is injured badly, or as a heal over time because it still heals over time for 200. All right, and it only costs 100, so it's pretty cheap to use. And now you have your Vampiric Embrace. This is I wouldn't recommend using it generally because you want to heal more than you want to damage, and this costs a lot for not a lot of heal. But this is, you basically, it has no cooldown, right? Unlike the DPS version, it has no cooldown. It just costs a fifth of your Soulweaver. What it does, it deals damage to enemy, and then heals all nearby allies, including yourself. Plus, which is a very important detail, it removes one negative condition. For example, runic corruptions in expeditions, or Torbjorn's Collide debuff, which is great. Now I got your dailies. I would usually use this, Flames of, what's his name? The skull thing. I don't know how to pronounce it. It deals 1000 magnitude initially, and then 200 magnitude more each second, for 5 seconds. Which is great. It's a great thing. It's AoE too, but that's not really important. It's a great single target, daily, if you need it. And then this is actually really important. This creates a bubble around your little life spark, which I'll talk about soon. This little green fella creates a bubble, and then everyone in that bubble constantly gains shields. They constantly gain shields. They have a heal over time, and it decreases the damage taken for every ally in there by 10%. This is extremely useful for Borum and Torbjorn, and you'll see why. And then finally, the class mechanics. Or, not finally, but this is very, very important. Your tab heal. This is a Warlock's best friend right now. So you have to briefly tap it to mark someone, including yourself. Right? Just briefly tap the tab to mark someone. Usually the tank. And then, when they need heal, hold it down. Your little buddy here will heal them for 1000 magnitude each tick. It's insane. You can heal someone through lava and bell. Like, I can just go through lava in the final bell phase and not die. This is an insane tab. I don't know a lot about the tabs of paladins and clerics. I just know this is the best one, since just default amazing. Alright, and then you have your life spark. This is the little green winged fella following you around everywhere. He, or they, it, whatever, they will cast a Inspirit spell. Automatically, just every 3 seconds, they will cast it. It heals for 120 magnitude, and then grants a heal over time effect for 60 heal. It's a great thing. It's actually a really, really great mechanic. It just really helps you out. If you're damaged and you have to heal others while you're damaged, it will just heal you, or nearby allies too. And then, like I said, life pack, that's the tab heal when you hold it down. Doesn't cost a lot at all, and heals the person for 1000 magnitude. It will be a bit tricky to master the timing for each, to time for this, because sometimes you might want to hold down for just one tick and accidentally mark someone else. So you have to just work on the timing. It's a matter of time, honestly. The more you use it, the better you get. And then you got your features. That is Soul Bond, which I think is an amazing thing. Once every 10 seconds, you can heal an ally below 50% health, for 300 magnitude, just like that. It's a free heal. It helps you out when there's really desperate situation. And this is amazing. This is something that the other healers don't get. Allows movement at reduced speed when channeling Command's Life Spark. So Command Life Spark is the tab heal. In most classes, or without this feature, you'll see. I'll just change this. Now look. I'm moving and then I can't move. I just can't move while using this. But with Swift command, I can actually move. Oh, lag. Alright. I can actually move. Not very fast, but I can move, which is a big difference. Because you'd want to avoid attacks yourself while you heal others. Obviously the at-will still is in place, but you wouldn't want to use that for very long. Or for a very long duration while standing still. Finally, defeats. Now, I use Essence of Time. The more I don't use Soulweaver, the more regeneration I get, up to 4 stacks. Which is just a good recovery when you're using a lot of it. Yeah, Soul Reclamation, whenever it's below 30%, the Soulweave, it helps regenerate. This little life spark helps regenerate it, although it wouldn't cast in Spirit. But it's still worth it. You want the Soulweave, that's your #1 priority. Soul Theft is just great. Whenever I get struck every 10 seconds, I can get 25 Soulweave, which is really good. It stacks up to massive totals. Now, I really don't know which one is better. I think this one is slightly better for LoMM, at least. From the brink, when there is an ally that is below 25% of their health, they have a bonus incoming healing from you. So, when I'm healing them, I have a 15% bonus to the heal. It's great. And then, this is the choice where usually you want the... Okay, so basically you can choose Revitalize, Soulstorm, and Inspirit. Now grant either a shield or a heal over time. Now I think the heal over time is way better. I've seen others talk about it too, that the heal over time is the better option out of the two, because basically the shields wouldn't be useful, 1, if you have a paladin in your group, or a ranger too, because they can, or a hunter, they can use the shields. And then 2, because it's kind of useless for LoMM, at least for... You want to heal more than you want to shield people, basically. And the heal over time stacks up a lot. You can get to crazy amounts. And there you go. That is my briefing, or at least sort of briefing, of my powers. Okay. First off, you want to inspect your tank. Right now we joined a group from Protector's Enclave. So obviously it'll be a bit easier since people know what they're doing. But you can pug it as well. I would recommend getting at least a few people from Protector's Enclave that know what they're doing. Okay, our tank is over there still. And don't worry about the chat, that's... I thought I needed to recruit, but they ended up inviting me over, so... Okay, so the tank is, I don't know where he is, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, right now, all you need to do is keep people alive, apply your shields whenever someone's missing them, just so, there's no risk, really. And yeah, that's all you have to do for the first, for the non-boss parts, just shield everyone, make sure everyone stays alive. Use your tab heal, mark the tank. The tank will be your most important target for this tab heal. Because the tab heal is insane, right? It's just really, really good. And this guy already took the blow. There's gonna be this shadow. Now you need to tab heal whenever whoever gets stuck in there. Usually it's gonna be the tank that goes forward, but apparently not this time. Okay. Just heal everyone, heal the tank, and you should be good. In this room, we're gonna have 2 shadows. Make sure the tank, the tank should get both of them, but if he doesn't, that's fine. Right now they die quickly, but sometimes they might survive more. Then you have to tab heal whoever gets stuck in there. Use Forager's Box. stuffed flowers in this room is very useful. This gelatinous cube is very dangerous, so don't go near it. Okay. This room is not hard at all. It's the same thing as always, just shield people with your at-will and heal someone if they get injured. It's very easy. This is going to be the last room before the first boss. We're doing great DPS. We're not gonna have a problem with mimics, but sometimes you will, and that's okay. It's not really your fault for having trouble with the first boss. It's a mostly DPS check. Okay, now there's just gonna be these two mounds, and we're good to go for the first boss. Okay. Healer always goes with the green corner. Because that's how it is. I don't know why, but that's how it is. For this battle, you want to use you want to use Eldritch Blast instead of your shields, and you want to use Vampiric Embrace instead of Soulstorm. You see the four corners? You're at this corner, the green corner. I'm going to explain the mechanics, if you don't know, as a healer. There are gonna be mimics. You're helping the tank in the green corner. You and the tank working together to kill the mimic in the green corner before it reaches the center. When you're done with that, after the mimic phase, there is going to be Arcturia here will put someone in a cocoon, randomly. That is not you. You will never be put in a cocoon. And then you need to target that person, heal them, and then target the tank back. It's the best if the tank gets it because your mark is already on him. But if you lose your mark, just put it back on the tank as soon as possible. Because the tank is gonna get a lot of damage in this one, just from the boss. Obviously, don't use Vampiric Embrace on Arcturia herself. You want to save that for the mimics. She'll target someone randomly at the first time. Okay, so you go behind and give common advantage to the tank, and then use a few Vampiric Embraces, just so you can kill the mimic. Yeah, one mimic is enough with good DPS groups, but sometimes it'll be 2 mimics, which is fine. You can do 2 mimics. See, I marked him, tab heal, and then back to the tank. If someone gets low, use Revitalize, and make sure he's the only target. They're the only target when you use that. Because the less targets there are, the more healing it does. Okay, back to mimics. I'll use my Star Flowers and my daily. You use Flames of Flames of this guy. Flekedos. That. You use that for the mimics. You have no other use for your daily. Now, when there's arrows pointing inwards, you need to help them take the hit. Okay. There was an eye. Obviously, you need to turn away. The tank is stunned. You'll need to heal them. If the cocoon if you don't heal the cocoon all the way when it explodes, everyone is dead in the nearby area. Alright, we did it. That was Arcturia. Switch back your powers to Infernal Barrier and Soulstorm. And off you go. do note for this room, I will skip most of this dungeon for the trash. You just kill. But for this room, this is important. You'll have to heal a lot. Everyone will pull the entire freaking boat, and you will have to heal everything. Especially the tank, but other people as well. So Soulstorm is especially important for this. Put it up, so everyone who needs healing can just go on it and heal. Now we're going up to the next boss, Boreworm. For this, if you don't have enough healing, if you just started out, use the blessing, use the invocation blessings, use a prime rib, watermelon sorbet, whatever you need to buff yourself to have enough healing. You will only switch to Eldritch Blast. Soulstorm will be the most important thing. Warlock Sparkin is very important here as well. I don't need to buff. I have enough stats and healing for this. So for this one, you'll have to kill rocks. Use Eldritch Blast, and that should be enough. That is all you need to attack the rocks. Then, everyone will gather up at the stairs. Everyone will gather up at the stairs. Eastern side of the room, I'm pretty sure. Never mind. North. Sorry, getting it all mixed up. South. The southern part of this room. Everyone will gather up there, and you will have to heal everyone that is standing together. Share damage, while you are avoiding the red circles. You'll see. Now just kill rocks that are falling down. Do not fall into the middle. You are the most important member of this fight. Without you, everyone's dead. Unless they use like a million health stones. Okay. We're doing great. Okay, now stairs. Okay, yeah. Either everyone shares damage, or the tank solos the damage. But first off, everyone has to share the damage, because it goes to someone random, not the actual tank. But then it should go to the tank. There you go. Now the tank got it, use tap heal. Spam that. You'll need to use that. If the tank is good enough, they will solo, and it will be the best thing for you. But do keep in mind, you can definitely use just Soulstorm to heal everyone through the shared damage. I wasn't expecting the tank, so I did a bit of less healing. But next time I'll heal the tank for sure. Full health all the time. The most important member, other than you, is the tank. So keep the tank alive all the time. Now, ignore the golems here, just attack the rocks. Do your best to ignore the golems. Hit the boulders. The more gigawatts, the more boulders you'll get in the middle, the more gigawatts you'll have, the more gigawatts, the harder it'll be for you. So, you have to keep in mind. Kill as many rocks as you can kill without falling in the middle. Okay, no gigawatts, that is great. It'll make life really easy. Okay, now use, oh no, yeah, so, yeah. Use your soul barrier, I forgot to mention. Use that in counterpower. This is a very important one, as it reduces the damage dealt to all allies. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. This is chaotic. I can barely tell what's going on. Okay. Try to stabilize. It's very hard. This can get chaotic if everybody doesn't go to the stairs immediately when the phase begins. C, it doesn't immediately go to the tank, the shared damage. It will go to a random person in this group, so everyone has to gather up the stairs before the tank can solo it. But anyway, what I wanted to say is just tab heal the tank. If everyone will share damage all the time, use your soul barrier. That's a very important bit daily for this, because it'll raise up shields for everyone inside, and it'll heal over time, and it reduces the 10% damage. Use that. Use Soulstorm. Use Sapphire Flowers to slow down the golems. It'll be easier for you. And just switch back to Infernal Barrier right now. Okay, we're done. Now jump off space here. I just like to dash because it goes further. Okay. Okay, I'll just say that whenever I can. For this one, your job is to heal the tank. Surprise, right? Avoid red and heal the tank. Very important. Do not switch anything. You won't need to switch anything right there. This is the best thing. If someone collides, you can heal that. There are going to be collisions sometimes. That happens. You will need to switch out. Oh, it's laggy. Okay. Press Alt and switch your Revitalize for Vampiric Embrace. Use it twice when you're near the ones that collided. Sorry about that. If you press Alt... if you press the Vampiric Embrace twice while next to the person who collided, or to the people who collided, you will heal the debuff, which is a major difference in damage and everything else. So you press Alt, right click, Revitalize, and then just switch to Vampiric Embrace right at the top. This will be important because the debuff for collisions really decreases damage for everyone that is obviously inflicted with it. The second batch of scorpions, they were pretty close to each other, so it was easy to get all of them. It's pretty nice. Use shields whenever someone doesn't have them, or try to keep up shields for everyone. This guy is avoiding Revitalize. Yeah, Revitalize is still very important. Don't get me wrong. So when someone collides, you want to switch out for Vampiric Embrace and then switch right back in to Revitalize, so you can heal everyone. Okay, now this is gonna be pillars. Everyone killing pillars, you will go behind the pillars. Use your dash, go behind the pillars, give everyone combat advantage. Wow, we are killing them fast. So you will need everyone to gather up next to you. Put your bubble up, put a Soulstorm up. Okay? That will prevent a lot of damage. Obviously, they're not killing it as fast because I'm not giving them combat advantage. The tank is also helping. Look, barely did any damage, and healing. There you go. We did it. This is the end. At this point, everyone... It doesn't really matter if someone collides, someone does anything. I'm just gonna invoke. Someone probably has a VIP that gives me an invoke. And we got a reward. Cool stuff. So this was my guide to LoMM. Let's see if we get anything good. Nothing good. Nothing good. Nope, nothing good. Let's just get these. If you have rerolls, you want to use them in here. It's very helpful. Oh! It's always nice. Check if the bosses... I forgot to check on the Borgworm, but the bosses can drop stuff like blue insignias. That's 10 powder. Pretty good. So this is it for my Soulweaver LoMM guide. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I've been a Neverwinter Fool.